Right now, it is 6:12 on your Thursday, and LA County courts have been closed, so many other courts as well. And when they reopen, that could possibly create a backlog. And that, of course, would be a huge problem for a lot of people, especially when it comes to family courts.
Yes, joining us live now via Skype is attorney Christopher Melcher. Mr. Melcher, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We know you're a family law attorney, and so a lot of people, they have appointments in criminal courts and in family court. What is going to happen when the courts reopen?
So the courts reopen tomorrow for 30 days for limited operations. It's going to be emergency matters only. And these are true emergencies like restraining orders, custody cases where a child is in grave risk of harm. Those are the only things that they're going to be able to handle on a family law basis right now for the next 30 days. Everything else is going to be postponed. That would include disputes over support or property division. And so people are just going to have to wait for 30 days for anything other than an absolute emergency from the courts.
So when you say emergency, you mentioned restraining orders. People can still try to file for those right now. But when it comes to, you said 30 days for the other issues, is it realistic to think that this is going to happen in 30 days? Or with the coronavirus possibly being extended to affecting schools, we're hearing from government officials, could this impact the courts for a lot longer than that?
It'll absolutely will. They're just suspended for 30 days. So what's going to happen is that all of that's going to be backlogged for months. And even assuming that the court resumes full operations 30 days from now, we're talking months and months of delays until somebody's going to be able to get into court for a non-emergent matter.
And if the access to the courts is limited, would that benefit certain socioeconomic groups more so than others?
It absolutely does. In every court case, no matter what it is, there's always somebody who has something and wants to keep it, and the other side has something that they want. And so the one that has the money, let's say, wins right now because there's no court to go to get that financial relief. So I'm hoping one of the good things that might come out of all this is people will come together and compromise. That we haven't seen that in the past. But if that doesn't happen, there will be justice, but it's going to be delayed.
So let's talk about that compromise. There are a lot of parents right now. It's a stressful time for families in general. Let's say you're part of a split home. Parents who are unable to see their children as part of a custody agreement. Divorce is being put on hold. Does this at all raise the stakes then when it comes to major issues like potentially domestic violence?
It does. I think the fact that people are being quarantined or asked to stay in a home together when maybe they didn't get along that well is not going to help the relationship. So we may see a lot of tension with those couples. We may see domestic violence occurring. And the courts are staying open for that. That's an essential service. They're committed to doing that. They will find a way to help people in need for domestic violence restraining orders. So that will continue. Those services will continue. It's really the financial part and the custody squabbles that people have thought about routinely that are going to have to wait.
Okay. Attorney Christopher Melcher, thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us your insight. This is affecting so many people right now. Hope you have a great day, sir.
Thank you.